I'm just going to remind you how to create a contact sheet and to pop this into your Google Slides. So hopefully you've already set up your Google Slides. Make sure you've got the right name here. And then hopefully you have already uploaded your photographs to the drive, and you can do that in various ways. As you know, Google Photos, upload from your SD card, your card reader, or from emailing to yourself. So again, when you're in the drive, make sure you've got the correct name and the correct place. So we can either do print screen or we can do snip tool. So you can see I use my snip tool quite a bit, so it's already there. I'm going to click on new, and then I'm going to highlight my first 2 rows. There they go. And then I've got Photopea already open here, photopea.com. Obviously, we can also use Photoshop. So we're going to make a new project. So I'm going to click on new project, and we're going to call it contact sheet 1. And there's various different things that we can do on our contact sheet in terms of the print size. So we can print it on an A4 piece of paper. So that's generally what artists need to do because they can stick this straight onto their coursework pages. Photographers, you may wish to print it as an A4 print, go straight in your workbook, or you might prefer to put it straight into your slides. So if you're putting it straight into your slides, click screen, and you're going to go for HD. That's the dimension that we want. Traditionally, contact sheets are created on a black background, so you can just select your black background here, and then you click create. You don't have to have a black background, you can have a white one. It's completely your choice. I'm going to go for white on this occasion. I'm going to click create, and you can see here I've got my contact sheet file open. You can see that I've got the layers window open. At the moment I've only got 1 layer. So I'm going to use my hotkeys. I'm going to go edit paste, and there's the screenshot that I selected from earlier, and that fits really nicely into the dimensions that I've selected, which is to go into Google Slides. However, I want to fit a couple more images in, so I'm just going to go to scale, and I'm just going to take that down. Actually, it didn't fit in nicely. There's a little bit too much space. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to move that, click on my cursor to place it, and you can see now that I've got 2 layers. So I'm going to go back to the drive, and I'm just going to scroll up a little bit, and I'm going to just repeat the process. So either using print screen or your snip tool, whichever is your preference, and clicking new, and I'm going to select the second 2 rows of photographs to make my contact sheet. I'm going to go back to Photopea, edit paste or Control V, and then I just want to transform it again, to transform scale, so that I can fit all of my photographs in. So actually what I do need to do, you see I'm working on layer 2 now, is I just need to make layer 1 a little bit smaller so they fit in nicely together. Okay, so you could centralize them whichever way you want to do. You could obviously make them just a tad bigger, and that just neatens it up. There we go. Just make sure that you're aware of which layer you are working on. So we can't really do very much with the layers open, so we just need to go to layer, scroll all the way down, flatten image, and you can see that that's compressed it. And then we're going to go file, export as. It's the second option here, the JPEG, JPG, and that's the same if you're printing on A4 paper. Check the name, check the format, and save that, and that goes down into your download. We also want to have a colour and a black and white contact sheet, please. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to image, adjust, and you can either desaturate, so you can take it down on the desaturation. And if you move this window out of the way, you can see if I take the saturation down, it goes quite nicely to black and white. Or you can go image, adjust, and go straight to black and white. Completely up to you which way you do it. That's a little bit paler, so you can play around with the colour controls there. I'm actually going to go and do the other version. So I'm just going to go back on my my history here, and I'm just going to go image, adjust. I'm going to do saturation, so I think I prefer that. You can play around a little bit with the lightness or the hue as you prefer. And then we're going to download this one as well. Now, we've already got the color contact sheet in our downloads. So when we export this, we need to change it and call it contact sheet 2 or contact sheet black and white, whichever is your preference. And make sure you've changed the name so that you're not copying over your color contact sheet. Check it's a JPEG, save it, and you can see it's gone into your downloads. So back to your slides, you can see I've got my first slide here. So I'm going to go insert image. I'm going to upload it from my computer, and you can see it instantly goes to my downloads, but you might need to navigate, and it's going to fit in there really nicely. And on my next slide, I'm going to go to insert image, upload from computer again. And I know that this was the second contact sheet I created, so there it is. The next job when you've got your contact sheets in place is to annotate, if you recall, in 2 different ways. So make sure you're ticking, crossing, selecting the photographs that you like or dislike. That's the first step of annotation. The second step of annotation is to justify those decisions. Why is that a good photograph? Why isn't that a good photograph? Lovely. Hope that helps.